Hello students, this is your first lecture on data communication and networking, that is paper number CS019. Now communication system. The communication system is a system which describes the information exchange between 2 points. The process of transmission and reception of information is called the communication. The major element of communications are transmitters of information, channel or medium of communication, and the receiver. Now example of this is your two persons communicating each other on mobile phone. So one is a transmitter, other is a receiver, and the medium through air the actual transmission takes place. The transfer of information from one place to another place using some sort of medium is called the communication. The information could be in sound, in videos, or mix of both. There are two main types of communications are there, that is baseband communication and the carrier communication. Baseband communication, the type of communication that doesn't need the modulation for the transmission of the signal, is termed as baseband communication. The signal that is transmitted is said to be baseband signal or message signal. Baseband signals have sizable power, so it has to be transmitted through a wire like cable wire, twisted pair cable wire, coaxial cable wire, fiber optics cable wire. In carrier communication, the type of communication which requires the modulation of the signal for its transmission is called the carrier communication. In modulation, the original signal is superimposed on a carrier signal with a higher frequency range, which can be easily transmitted using the antenna. Now, what are the components of the communication system? So the typical communication system comprises, that is source means telephone, input transducer, then transmitter, then channel, then receiver, then output transducer, and the destination. These are the components of the communication. In the diagram also you can see this. All the components are here. In the channel, noise is there. Noise means some sort of flickering. Sometimes you find this while at the time of communicating on the mobile phone or the telephone line. Now, what is the source? The source is something which originates the message. It can be human's voice, camera's video, or type message, or data. Input transducer. A transducer is a sensor which converts any other form, pressure, light, of a signal into electric signal. Input transducer converts any other form of energy into electric signals. This electrical signal is information which needs to be transmitted. Now, transmitter is the circuit which modifies the input electrical signal into suitable form and transmits it through an antenna. The transmitter contains the modulator. Channel is the medium by which the modulated signal is transmitted to the receiver, like wire, coaxial cable wire, radio links, an optical fiber cable, or waveguide are the examples of a channel. Unfortunately, there are noises in the channel which also added up and modifies the transmitted signal. Receiver. The receiver receives the transmitted signal. The receiver consists of a modulator. The modulator modulates the received signal, modulated signal, using demodulation technique and recovers the baseband signal, that is original signal. Output transducer. The output transducer converts the electric signal into its original form, because we need the original message that the source originated. it converts it into a form which can be understood by the destination unit. The destination is the unit to which the message is communicated. Now the example of this is, as I have told you, mobile phones, two mobile phones. Actual voices get transmitted, but that voices get converted with the help of the transducer into the bits one, or the signals, and these signals are get transmitted from one mobile phone to another mobile phone. Again that signal is get reconverted or demodulated, that is conversion from voice to again electric signal to voice, and then the destination person can hear. Now what do you mean by computer network? A computer network is an interconnection of two or more computers that are able to exchange the information. The computer may be connected via any data communication link like copper wires, cable wires, coaxial cable wires, radio links, etc. They may be personal computers or large mainframe computers. The computer network may be located in a room or in a building or city or country or anywhere in the world. The computer networks have opened up an entire frontier in the world of computing called the client-server model. Now what are the advantages and disadvantages of computer network? The advantages are sharing devices such as printers save money. Site software licenses are like to be cheaper than buying several standalone licenses. Files can easily be shared between the users. Network users can communicate by email or instant messenger. Security is good. User cannot see others users information like on standalone machines. Data is easy to back up as well as the data is stored on the file server. Disadvantages are purchasing the network cabling and file server can be costly, expensive. Managing a large network is complicated, requires training, and network manager usually needs to be deployed or employed. In the file server breakdown, the files one on the file server become inaccessible. Email might still work if it is on a separate server. The computers can still be used but are isolated. Viruses can spread to other computers throughout a computer network. There is a danger of hacking, particularly with wide area networks. Security procedures are needed to prevent such abuse like firewall. Now what are the goals of the computer network? So first goal is your resource sharing. Many organizations have a substantial number of computers in operations which are located apart. That is, a group of offices workers can share a common printer, fax, modem, scanner, etc. Peripheral devices can be shared amongst all the network. Next is your high reliability. If there are alternate sources of supply, all files could be replicated on two or more machines. If one of them is not available or goes down due to hardware failure, the other copies could be replicated or used. Inter-process communication. The network users located geographically apart may converse in an interactive session through the network. In order to permit this, the network must provide almost error-free communications. Flexible access. Files can be accessed from any computer in the network. The project can be begun on one computer and finished with the other one. Other goals include distribution processing function, centralized management and allocation of network sources, compatibility of dissimilar equipment and software, good network performance, scalability, saving money, access to remote information, person-to-person communication, and etc. Now, these are the uses of the computer network. Simultaneous access. Single software can be accessed by multiple users simultaneously because of the computer network. Personal communication. On the network, two persons can communicate individually without hurdle of the others. And next is your shared peripheral devices. printer, scanner, fax, all these devices can be shared. Means you don't have to purchase for more printers to share. Single printer can share on a network. Easier backup. Because of the file server, you can back up all data of all computers in the computer network. Now point-to-point and multi-point communication or line configuration is what? A network is nothing but a connection made through connections like between two or more devices. Devices can be a computer, printer, or any other device that is capable to send and receive data. There are two ways to connect the devices. One is PPP, that is point-to-point connection, and second one is multi-point connection, MPC. Now what is point-to-point communication? It is a protocol which is used as a communication link between two devices. It is simple to establish. The most common example of point-to-point connection, PPP, is a computer connected by telephone line. We can connect the two devices by means of a pair of wires or using a microwave or satellite links. Example of point-to-point connection between remote control and the television for changing the channels. Multi-point connections, it is also called multi-drop configuration. In this connection, two or more devices share a single link. There are two kinds of multi-point connections. If the links are used simultaneously between many devices, then it is specially a shared line configuration. If user takes turns while using the link, then it is time shared temporal line configuration. This is the example. One cable wire is shared amongst all the computers. Now, types of computer networks. Basically, there are three types of computer networks are there. That is LAN, MAN, WAN. It depends on the geographical area. A computer network is a group of computers connected with each other through a transmission medium such as cable wire. In this guide, we will discuss the types of the computer network. There are mainly three types. That is LAN, MAN, WAN. First is your LAN. Local area network is a group of computers connected to each other in a small area such as building or office. LAN is used for connecting two or more personal computers through a communication medium such as twisted pair cable wire, coaxial cable wire, etc. It is less costly as it is built with inexpensive hardware such as hubs, network adapters, and the Ethernet cables. The data is transferred at an extremely faster rate in local area network. The local area network provides higher security. Metropolitan area. A metropolitan area network is a network that covers a large geographical area by interconnecting a different LAN to form a large network, like your cable TV. Government agencies use MAN to connect to the citizens and private industries. In MAN, various LANs are connected to each other through the telephone exchange lines. The most wide area or widely used protocol in MAN are RS-232, frame relay, etc. It has a higher range than a local area network. Next is your wide area network. A wide area network is a network that extends over a large geographical area such as states or countries or world. A wide area network is quite bigger network than the LAN. A wide area network is not limited to the single location, but it spans over a large geographical area through a telephone line, fiber optic cable, or satellite communication. The internet is one of the biggest WAN in the world. The wide area network is widely used in the field of business, government, education. In the next session, we will discuss some more advanced concepts. Thank you.